Types of abuse. Here we explore the various forms of child abuse and shed light on the individuals who may perpetrate these harmful behaviors. In this section, we look into different types of abuse that children may experience and gain insight into the dynamics of abuse and its impact on victims. Physical abuse. Physical abuse involves the intentional infliction of physical harm or injury on a child by a parent, caregiver, or another individual in a position of authority. Examples include hitting, punching, kicking, shaking, burning, or using objects to cause harm. In school settings, physical abuse may manifest when schools resort to excessive physical punishment as a disciplinary measure, leading to physical harm and emotional trauma for children. For instance, schools that use punishment excessively or employ corporal punishment methods contribute to physical abuse among students. Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse refers to behaviors or actions that undermine a child's self-esteem, emotional well-being, and sense of security. It can involve constant criticism, ridicule, threats, rejection, or withholding of love and affection. Teachers, in positions of authority, may contribute to emotional abuse by singling out students for verbal abuse or ridicule, causing emotional distress and affecting their academic performance. An example of emotional abuse in schools is when teachers pick on a child and constantly shout at them, causing the child to feel scared, humiliated, and anxious. Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse involves any form of sexual activity or exploitation inflicted on a child by an adult or older adolescent. This includes fondling, penetration, exposure to sexually explicit materials, or engaging in sexual acts with a child. While sexual abuse can occur in various settings, including schools, it is essential to recognize and address instances where educators or other authority figures exploit their positions to perpetrate sexual abuse against children. Neglect. Neglect occurs when a caregiver fails to provide for a child's basic needs, including food, shelter, clothing, medical care, education, and emotional support. In school environments, neglect may occur when schools fail to address students' basic needs, such as inadequate supervision, lack of access to resources, or failure to provide a safe and supportive learning environment. Identifying potential abusers. Potential abusers can come from various backgrounds and may include parents, family members, caregivers, teachers, coaches, religious leaders, neighbors, or strangers. It's essential to recognize that abusers may not fit stereotypical profiles and can be anyone in a position of authority or trust. Recognizing the signs and examples of abuse in school settings is crucial for creating safe and supportive learning environments where children can thrive academically and emotionally. Schools and educators have a responsibility to uphold the rights and well-being of students and to implement positive discipline strategies that promote respect, dignity, and fairness for all. Recognizing and addressing abuse in school environments. In many schools worldwide, abuse occurs, and it's not limited to the home, church, or children with special needs. Children, inherently vulnerable, often face control issues from adults in authority positions. For instance, some teachers may unjustly shout at children for arriving late to school, despite knowing the child lacks control over traffic or transportation. Unfortunately, some educators exhibit bullying behavior, using their position to exert power over students. It's important to recognize that shouting at a child constitutes abuse, and if a teacher resorts to such behavior, it should be labeled as such. However, schools sometimes fail to hold themselves to the same standards they expect from parents, as they are quick to involve social services if parents cause distress to a child. This inconsistency highlights the need for schools to address and eliminate abusive behavior among their staff members. Children deserve a safe and nurturing environment, free from any form of abuse or mistreatment, whether at home or at school.